Good morning, Webbridge. Here are the announcements for today, Thursday, May the 6th. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please pause for a moment of silent reflection. Think about what you are thankful for and for the positive day ahead. Up first, we have important information about milestones today. So at 9 o'clock, you need to make sure that you have checked your device to see if you have the DRC Insight icon. It's going to look like this image right here. If you do not see this icon on your device, or if you don't have a device, please go ahead and make your way to the academic rotunda at this time. At around 9:10, we're going to end Compass early and transition into our testing location. If you do not know where your testing location is, please go ahead and ask your Compass teacher. Once everyone is in their testing locations, we will transition into testing mode and we will take part 1 of the math milestones. If you are opting out of the milestones, you also need to make sure that you know where your location is for opt-out. So if you don't know that, please also ask your Compass teacher at this time. So the schedule for today, we're going to be in first period. And then after that, we are going to transition to our testing location and do our math part 1. After that, we will have 4th, 5th, and 6th period, then 9th, 2nd, and we will end the day with 3rd period. For today's celebration of Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, we visit China and the practice of calligraphy. Calligraphy, or the art of writing, was the visual art form prized above all others in traditional China. However, China is facing a problem where technology has made it easier to recognize the characters but not write them. Let's learn more about how China is seeking to correct this matter. We're also going to learn from our very own 7th grader, Rebecca Ma, about the calligraphy tools and see a demonstration from her grandfather.
Millions in China tune into this television game show every week. It's like a spelling bee, but these young contestants must write Chinese characters by hand. Every stroke, every dash must be in the correct spot. After 2 tense rounds, this 17-year-old is bumped from the contest. I wanted to compete before I was too old, she told me. Contestants typically spend months studying dictionaries to prepare for the show, but they're an exception. All over the country, Chinese people are forgetting how to write their own language without computerized help.
There's no Chinese alphabet. Instead, each word is represented by a symbol or a character. There's more than 85,000 of them. But the smartphones and computers used every day here have eliminated the need to remember how to write many of those characters.
The result? It's possible to recognize characters without remembering how to write them. How serious is China's so-called character amnesia? We conducted a little exam of our own. This man struggled with the character for thumb. Others had a tough time writing toad. Easy to spell in English, but tricky to master in Chinese. And no one could write this famously difficult word, sneeze. But there's still hope for the humble paintbrush. China's education ministry wants children to spend more time learning how to write. At this Beijing public school, students practice their calligraphy every day inside a special classroom.
Teachers and kids are remembering how to write together. It's common even for teachers like me to forget certain words.
On warm days, practice takes place outdoors. A lesson, the school's teachers say, not just in learning to write, but in a busy, changing China, learning to slow down, preserving Chinese traditional culture before it disappears.
Hi everyone, today I'll be talking about the 4 treasures of study in ancient China. They are called the Wenfang Sibao, which dates to almost 2,000 years ago when they were first introduced. The first treasure of study is biyi, which is the pen. In Chinese calligraphy, the pen is called the Maobi. The pen is similar to an art brush and is made of animal hair. It's very delicate and needs careful handling. The Maobi is washed in a bowl of clean water every time it is done being used. The Chinese character biyi is an interesting character. The top of the character means bamboo and the bottom means hair, like how a Maobi is made of bamboo and hair. The next treasure of study is the mo. The mo is the ink stick used in calligraphy, which is basically a stick of ink. The ink stick is scraped against stone and mixed with water to become ink used for writing. The maobi, the pen, is dipped in the mo, the ink, to soak up the ink and write. The third treasure of study is the zhi. In ancient China, calligraphy uses xuanzhi, which is the special paper that is used for writing. Xuanzhi is thin, soft, and can absorb ink very quickly. Its texture is very fine. The fourth and final treasure of study is the yan, which is the stone that the mo, the ink stick, is rubbed on. The yan serves as a container for the ink used in calligraphy, as compared to a palette used for painting. The yan has many designs that come from various parts of China. They are usually very elaborately designed and tediously carved by hand. The bi mo zhi yan are very important parts of traditional Chinese culture. All kinds of traditional Chinese painting and poems are about these 4 treasures of study. Perfecting the art of Chinese calligraphy using Wenfang Sibao takes lots of effort and patience. I'll show a video of my grandpa, who lives in China, practicing traditional Chinese calligraphy. He's been writing for about 10 years.
And now for our trivia winners. Yesterday's trivia question, what does the name Moana mean? The answer was sea, ocean. Our winners were Louisa Rivera, Sarah Abercrombie, and Eve Hudson. Please stop by the front office to claim your prize. Today's trivia question is Chinese food has 5 key flavors that must be balanced according to traditional Chinese medicine. They are sweet, sour, salty, spicy, and this. What is the 5th flavor? Is it A, savory, B, bitter, C, umami, or D, tangy? Submit your answer to bit.ly/AAPIHM21. Don't forget about our origami contest. Do your best on the test and have a tremendous Thursday.